What if Deku joined Team JPDE? Chapter 27. Big Titty Mercury. Sunday. Day 84. Quite the interesting selection of allies you've collected, Peach said. Mysterious, more like it, Deku said. Things should be fine, but just in case. Can we count on you, Professor Peach? Jack asked. Absolutely. I may not be an active hunter anymore, but rest assured I can still leave any student a bloodless shriveling husk in a matter of seconds, Peach said. That was way too specific for comfort, Evelyn said. Speaking of students, here come out guests, Peach said. Cinder, Mercury and Emerald then arrived at the Bullhead landing. Good morning, everyone, Cinder said. A good morning to you, children. I'm Professor Peach, in charge of this outing and... Oh my, your friend looks a bit under the weather. Is she alright? Peach asked. Fine, Emerald said. She'll be... Emerald is not a morning person, Cinder said. She will have time to sleep on the Bullhead. And a good breakfast will then wake her right up. Now let's go, Peach said. They all then boarded the Bullhead for peak. Well, if you don't get me killed, today wasn't a total waste of time. What was some good grub? Mercury said. You're actually giving someone a spontaneous compliment? Emerald asked. Complimenting the food. Finally some change from the cafeteria stuff, Mercury said. I'm glad you liked Izuku's cooking, Mercury, but I don't think the school cafeteria food is that bad, Penny said. It's all the same slosh. No character in it all. Quantity's over quality. You need some variety in life. Know what I mean? Mercury said. Anything you want to share, Izuku? Cinder asked. Not this time, Cinder, Deku said. You seem to have a habit of being deep in thought around me, Cinder said. Or maybe you have a habit of looking out for moments of weakness in people, Deku said. Whatever makes you feel safer, Cinder said. Alright, gather up. Time to prepare, Jack said. The group then gather up, and Deku, Penny and Mercury prepared to head in. Okay. One last time, Jack said. We're to enter the gate's upper area and inspect it for the source of the debilitating field, Penny said. And Jack asked. No aura cover up at any time, not even on a small part of the body, or we go night-night, Mercury said. And Cinder asked. We'll keep an audio channel open at all times and pull back at the first sign of real danger, Deku said. Well. Guess this is as prepared as you can be. Good luck, Penny. Izuku. Mercury, Jack said. Wait. I want to add something, partner. If you see anything that resembles a flame, be it even a brazier of a small stray ember. Run the other way, David said. I see. Thanks, David, Penny said. What? We've got to run from campfires. You serious? Mercury asked. Deadly so, Mercury. He's not joking around on this, Deku said. Yeah, you'd better do as they say. They would know better than the rest of us here, Jack said. Do as they say, Mercury, Cinder said. Fine, fine. Let's get on with it, already, Mercury said. Penny. Izuku. Please be extra super careful, okay? For me, Evelyn said. It shall be my prime directive. Thanks, Evelyn, Penny said. You have no need to worry, my bun. This ain't my first rodeo, Deku said. The rope is secured, children. One old school entrance into Peak Home, swinging it around without aura was an experience. Maybe I should tell Glinda to add non-aura fighting to the curriculum, Peach said. Back at Beacon, Bella was walking through the dormitory halls. What are you doing, Bella? This is crazy. Stupid idea. What could even happen other than them freaking out and being hit with a barrage of insults and projectiles? Why did I even come here to begin with? Bella asked. Just at the moment Ruby came out of her room as Bella passed. Time for breakfast, Ruby said. Ruby then noticed Bella. Wait. That girl, Ruby said. Ruby then chased after Bella. Bella was currently walking through the gardens on her way to the Bullhead Landing. Hey. You. Wait. Wait, Ruby called out. Ha, Bella said. Ruby then appeared before Bella in a cluster of rose petals. What, Bella said. I'm really sorry. I'm not scary, I mean, I didn't mean to scare you, but, Where did you get that brooch, Ruby asked. Back at Peak. Of course the entrance on the battlement is locked. Just our luck, Jack said. Sadly so. But we do see 2 more entrances at the base of the gate, on the inside, Penny said over the comm channel. Can you reach it from where you are, Jack asked. With ease. We just need to secure another rope and descend, Deku said. Wow, you weren't kidding about this field or whatever. Feels like molasses pressing on my skin, Mercury said. Proceed. With caution, Jack said. Roger, Penny said. They then secured another rope to the wall. They then descended down into the inside of Peak. As they walked, Deku looked around. There were no traces of recent human life, and everything seemed untouched even by the ravages of time. Mercury signs Penny and Deku to watch his back as he gets closer to the door and opens it. They entered to see a set of stairs. Are you inside, Jack asked. Affirmative. Just past the west door. There's a ramp of stairs leading, apparently, to the second highest level. They're old but they seem secure, Penny said. Only second highest, Jack asked. Probably more stairs on the inside. Or it's just a really tall area, Mercury said. Permission to continue, Deku asked. Granted. Slowly now, Jack said. The 3 then proceeded up the stairs. Penny, what's that sound, Jack asked. I can't see the source, at the moment. Sounds like gearwork, but all we have in sight is a narrow corridor, the other flight of stairs, and Penny said. A stepladder. Which would most likely lead to the gearwork we hear, Deku said. I bet that gearwork is the gate controls, Mercury said. If the opening parameters change continuously, it'd make sense for something on the inside to be constantly calculating them, Cinder said. True, Cinder. Jack, there's only one way to go now. We haven't found any trace of what could be the source of the field, so far, Penny said. So it can only be near the controls, Jack said. We're going, then, Penny said. The 3 then climbed the ladder. They saw the gearwork that powered the gate, but they also saw a blob on a round stained glass window. Everyone, we've found the controls for the gate, Deku said. That's good. Do you see anything else, Jack asked. Yeah, I think we found the source of this damn field. I mean, will you look at that, Mercury said. I agree, Penny said. What is it? What exactly do you see, Jack asked. I'll send a picture to Evelyn, scroll, Deku said. Deku then took a picture of the blob and sent it to Evelyn. Holy carrots, that looks creepy, Jack said. Gross is more like it. I can't tell if it's flesh or metal. And the feeling of oppression gets stronger the closer we get to it, Mercury said. It feels somewhat alive. The colored parts look like dust and they are glowing intermittently, Penny said. Yes, that sounds like our best bet. Now to destroy it, Jack said. Maybe not completely, please. Teacher wants to study this specimen, Peach said. Well, maybe explosives. But we risk damaging the gate controls, Penny said. Why go through all that trouble, Freckles? Got a much easier and immediate solution available, Mercury said. Mercury, don't act on your own, Emerald said. Can it, Emerald, and look at the picture. This thing is mostly resting on top of that stained glass window. Somehow. This is the same stained glass we saw from the outside. It overlooks the city and it's quite a drop. We just need to smash it at the right angle and... Splat. Whatever this thing is, I doubt it could resist a fall from that height, Mercury said. Sound plan, Mercury Cinder said. Thanks. Allow me, Mercury said. Mercury, wait. Let Penny do it from a distance, Jack said. Are you kidding me? It's just stained glass, Mercury said. That's not what Jack meant, Mercury. If we go by what we've encountered so far, I don't think this, Penny said. A tendril of the blob then began to move. Mercury. Watch out, Deku shouted. Shit. Fuck, Mercury shouted. Gods damn it, I knew it, Jack yelled. Penny. Deku. What's happening, Evelyn asked. Mercury, are you alright, Deku asked. I'm fine, but did this fucking thing just cut me, Mercury asked. You mean it moved, Peach asked. Damn it, Mercury. I told you to not screw around, Emerald said. Shut your trap. It's just a flesh wound, Mercury said. You're bleeding, Penny said. It's just a scratch. Mind your own. What, Mercury said. What's happening now, David asked. It's pulsating, and Deku said. Mercury, watch out, Penny yelled. Penny. Ijuku. Mercury, what's happening? Answer me, damn it, Jack said. We're fine. The blob just lunged at us, Deku said. It did what Jack asked. What, he said. Guess it wanted a bigger chunk of me, this piece of Mercury said. The blob then started to change. You've got to be kidding me, Mercury said. What now? What's happening, Jack asked. The object is. It's transforming, Penny said. Transforming? Into what, Jack asked. Into Deku said. You've got to be shitting me, Mercury shouted. Ijuku, what is that turning into, Jack asked. I don't know exactly, but it's a copy. A copy of Deku said. The blob had now transformed into a female version of Mercury. Ah. Well. Damn. Feels good to be alive, Mercury said. You can't, Mercury said. Nishishish. Oh, come on, it just happened in front of your eyes. Of course I can. But enough about that. Let me experience more, Mercury said. Mercury then attacked. Arg, Mercury said. Gods damn it. I knew it, Jack said. We need to go help, David said. David, no, Jack said. The hell you mean, no, Evelyn asked. The entire reason why we sent Mercury, Penny and Ijuku inside was so they could handle this kind of stuff on their own. And even if I was sending anyone else in, it certainly wouldn't be the person with the least fighting experience, especially in close quarters like those, Jack said. Damn it, we can't just do nothing, David said. Never said that, partner. Get your whip ready. Guys. Do you copy? You need to get it to the battlements. I repeat it, get it to the battlements. Whatever that thing is, Jack said. Affirmative, Penny said. Wasn't the damn gate locked, Mercury asked. We'll just have to open it, then. Watch out, Deku said. Shit, Mercury said. Mercury then attacked at an incredible speed. Without aura there was no way they could keep up. They quickly retreated back down the second floor, though their landing weren't very graceful. Ah. Is she faster than? No, that can't be, Mercury said. Oh, come on. Let me hit something, I want that feeling, Mercury said. Mercury. Think you can break the door, Deku asked. Going to take me a few seconds. Think you two can survive, Mercury asked. Affirmative. Just go, Penny said. I'll cover you if she gets past Penny, Deku said. Nishishi. You know that I can hear everything you say, Fiend Mercury asked. Yes. But you're going to come after me, anyway, Penny said. Oh. And what makes you think that, Fiend Mercury asked. Because I'm a bigger challenge than Mercury and Izuku, at the moment, Penny said. Are you now? Let's test it, Fiend Mercury said. Penny kept Fiend Mercury at bay as Mercury worked to break open the door. Got the door, Mercury said. Good job. I'm coming, Penny said. Yes, run like the wind. Let's see what other fun we can get to, Fiend Mercury said. The battlement on the left, Peach said. Fiend Mercury had knocked the three of them over at the edge of the battlements. Oh, come on, don't tell me I broke you already. That was just a love tap. I mean, I don't know about the girl, but you boys should be stronger than this, bros, Fiend Mercury said. Mother. If I could use my aura, you'd be a red smear on a wall, you freak, Mercury said. Huh? What's that about aura, Fiend Mercury asked. David's whip was then wrapped around Fiend Mercury's arm. Good job, partner. Now pull her down. Everyone, aura covers down, Jack said. With pleasure, David said. David yanked hard on his whip. Motherfuck, Fiend Mercury said as she was pulled to the edge of the battlements. Deku, using one for all, quickly got up and kicked her cover the edge. Evelyn, Jack said. Emerald, Cinder said. Evelyn and Emerald then hit Fiend Mercury as she fell. Ah, that's what you get for hurting my loves, Evelyn said. Did I just hit Mercury, Emerald asked. You wish, Mercury shouted. Never mind, Emerald said. Good job, everyone. But don't distract yourselves. Her aura is still strong, Jack said. Finally a good hit. Glad I came out to play. Now. Innie, Fiend Mercury said. Holly bunnies, she's Evelyn said. She then tackled David. Arg, David said. David, Jack yelled. Well, if they ever want to pick up farming, now they got an irrigation canal. Nishishi, Fiend Mercury said. David then grabbed onto her. Oh, wow, that's a pathetic, Fiend Mercury said. David then started to drain her aura while Jack hit her with range attacks. Hey. No. Wait. Ow 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 ow, Fiend Mercury said. Penny, Izuku, charge her, Jack said. Affirmative, Penny said. Roger, Deku said. Ah, this is so annoying. Fight me like you mean it, already, Fiend Mercury said. What are you talking about? Like we can with your semblance, David said. I'm not even using it, Fiend Mercury said. Hey. What do you mean, David asked. Deku and Penny hit her off of David. David. Are you alright, Penny asked. I will heal, David said. Please stay down. You're injured, Deku said. Hey. You're the last person who should be telling me that, David joked. Oh, I'll kill her, Evelyn yelled. Penny, I need you to do something for me, David said. Should I, Emerald asked. No. They seem smart enough to figure it out. And I should stretch some, every now and then, Cinder said. Tired. Getting real tired of this gorilla ball, Fiend Mercury said. Cinder then delivered a blow to Fiend Mercury. Fuck. Arg, Fiend Mercury said. Holy. Great shot, Jack said. And now it's payback time. Hey. What is she doing, Mercury asked. You. Damn. Just you wait. This is nothing, Fiend Mercury said. Penny then grabbed hold of her and then she passed out. David, it worked. It seems to have sent her into shock, Penny said. Hey. A better result than I expected, David said. I know, right? A victory where you didn't blow yourself up, Evelyn said. Partner, what exactly did you do? Or better, what did Penny do? Jack asked. Nothing in particular. She just unlocked her aura, David said. Unlocked her? She was using aura all the time, Mercury said. But apparently not her own, Deku said. And unlocking her aura flushed it out, David said. I see. Quick thinking, partner. Proud of you, Jack said. Whatever. Let's squish her head and be done with it, Mercury said. Yeah. Not a chance. She may be a source of information. TSK, Mercury said. Professor, can you restrain her for us? Deku asked. Oh, it'll be my pleasure. And I can't wait to unveil her secrets through repeated analysis and tests, Peach said. We should ask Father to use his lab. It'll grant us more privacy. But, first we should think of that hole in her chest, Penny said. Indeed. Miss Fall struck true, didn't she? Peach said. Back at Beacon. My brooch. Why are you asking about my brooch? Bella asked. I mean, I'm probably reaching, but... My mother used to wear an identical one, Ruby said. Your mother? You're one of Summer's daughter, aren't you? Bella asked. Yes. Yes, I'm Ruby. Oh my gods, you knew my mother. Summer Rose, Ruby said. Know her? I owe her my life. If it wasn't for Summer, and Thilla. She gave me this brooch and cloak when she left us, Bella said. My mom saved your life? Ruby asked. Yes. And not just once, but twice. Well, in a sense. I was so little. I could never thank her properly. How is she? Bella asked. I don't know, Ruby said. You don't know? Bella asked. My mother was a huntress, you know. One day. She never came back. She's been MIA for as long as I can remember, Ruby said. For as long? How old are you? You're not younger than me, right? Bella asked. What do you? Ruby asked. I can't believe that Summer wouldn't come back to you. Unless... It can't be, Bella said. I'm sorry, Ruby said. Bella then left. The sun had now set, and Team JPDE, minus Penny and Cinder's group, had now returned to Beacon Bullhead Landing. Thanks for the assistance, Cinder. This will do as you're part of the deal, Jack said. It was a very interesting outing. I'll contact you with the details of your half when the time is right, Cinder said. Hey. I see, Jack said. Still think you should just erase that thing off the face of Remnant, Mercury said. Just leave it alone. We have a boobs version of you walking around. So what? Emerald asked. I would like to see your reaction if there was a dick version of you running around, Mercury said. Hey. That sounds like some kind of porn, Evelyn whispered to David and Deku. Righty. Maybe Madonna has written something similar, David asked. I don't want to see her create a gender-bent versions of us, Deku whispered. I do, Evelyn whispered. Well, we should head back to our rooms, Deku said. We'll see you in class, Jack said. Ciao, Evelyn said. Have a good evening, Cinder said. See you soon, Emerald, David said. I guess I'll be seeing you again sooner rather than later, Cinder, Deku said. The 4 members of Team JPDE then left. A shame we couldn't find out more about their semblances, Cinder said. All that we've learned is that they're a very close-knit team, Emerald said. And that may be just enough, Cinder said. Actually, about semblances. Greenie seems to be able to use his semblance without an aura cover, Mercury said. How very interesting. Tell me more, Cinder said. Penny and Professor Peach were currently in the lab ship with Enrico. There's no research like field research, is there? Enrico said. In less than a week outside of Atlas I've already gotten more stimulated than in years in the home lab, Enrico said. And speaking of labs, I think I'm about to have a synchsism. This is state of the art. The most advanced lab in Vale doesn't have 60% of this equipment, Peach said. Well, considering a lot of it are personal patents of mine, I'm glad to hear that. You are of course more than welcome to use it at your own leisure, Professor Peach. Thanks for looking after my daughter, Enrico said. Oh, it was my pleasure. Penny is the sweetest girl, Peach said. Papa, speaking of girls. How is our subject, Penny asked. We've only given her a basic scan so far. And still, it's a weird result. Considering the details about her origins, I was expecting to touch up a completely new life form. But as of now, for all intents and purposes, she's 100% human, Enrico said. That reminds me of, Penny said. There was then a knock on the lab door. Who is it, Enrico asked. Sir, it's Specialist Schnee. I wish to speak with you, Winter said. Come on in, Enrico said. Winter then entered the lab. I hope I'm not being a bother, Sir, Winter said. Not on my worst day, Winter. But the hour is curious, Enrico said. There have been some sudden developments. I inform you that General Ironwood has decided to take me off your security detail, Winter said. Is that so, Enrico said. My services are requested elsewhere. I was relieved by my replacement on her arrival, Winter said. I see. Is she waiting outside, Enrico asked. Yes, Sir, Winter said. Send her in, then, Enrico said. Please, come on in, Winter said. A girl with dark skin and wearing a blue bar entered the lab. Oh. Fairly young, for a specialist. You look around my daughter's age, Enrico said. She's not exactly a specialist, sir, her rank is that of a Verholten height, Winter said. Oh. I don't think I've ever heard of that rank, Enrico said. It came as a surprise to me as well, but the Atlas military database confirms it, Winter said. Permission to speak, the girl asked. Granted, Winter said. Thank you. Sir, I'm the first ever appointed Verholten height in the Atlas military, sir, that is the reason why you've never heard of the rank before, sir, the girl said. So the rank was created just for you, Enrico asked. Sir, yes, sir, the girl said. I see. And what's your name, soldier, Enrico asked. Sir. My name is Seal Soleil and I've been appointed to your detail, Sir, Seal said. After leaving Beacon, Bella had returned home crying. Did it go that bad? Asking for forgiveness. I can only imagine how exposed it must have made you feel. It's a foreign endeavor, for me, Weza said. They were not even there, Bella said. Oh. Then I guess you got hinty 4D at the ultimate fate of Summer Rose, Weza said. You? How, Bella asked. Give me some credit, Bella. I'm an alumnus of Beacon, remember? Summer Rose and her team are kind of a legend in the school. She was even a valedictorian, pictures of her aren't that hard to come by. Such a peculiar brooch and white cloak combination. How could I miss them? And even a toddler could tie them to the tail of your childhood protector. And Summer's daughter and her half-sister are both first years at Beacon, right now. The chances of you running into them in the first-year dormitory on a weekend are pretty high, Weza said. That's not what I meant. You said. Hinted at, Bella said. I did. What about it, Bella, Weza asked. Weza. You bastard. You know what really happened to Summer Rose, Bella asked. I do. But the most important question is, are you going to obey in exchange for the scraps of knowledge, little doggy, Weza asked. End of chapter 27.